Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. My, guys. What have we gotten ourselves into? I said yesterday it was going to be launch mode engaged. It definitely was for the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. A little bit of launch mode today. Going a little bit on the crazy side, I see. So apparently people like buying the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. It was up almost 9%. We've been waiting for this breakout. So high five, bam. People are buying it. It looks like the spot price is starting to move. And good times are probably ahead of us. Good times. Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. We'll go over the charts. I'll give you my opinions. You guys got to figure out what you want to do and what companies you want to ride. I do have a findingvalue.com, finding-value.com that I just opened. If you guys want to join that channel, you can. I'm not trying to sell anything. You guys can do whatever you want. There's two memberships, silver and platinum at the moment. The silver one will get you basic financial education on ratios, market conditions, and things to basically guide you to what sectors will outperform. The platinum gives you everything. You can look at what my portfolio is. You can see what the percentages are on that type of front. And then you can, I'll go over individual stocks, put them all on the website. I will chart them, and you guys can see all this and scroll through whatever you want in different sectors. It includes uranium. It includes the fundamentals of uranium. It's got everything on there. And I'm going to continue to add value to that website with copious amounts of stuff. I have a whole bunch of things I have to add. It's going to take me weeks to put this all on there. And in all honesty, guys, the value that's going to be on this website is going to be a little bit ridiculous. But anyway, I digress. Let's go into it. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust here. Just absolute massive move today. The projected move for this is 17.33. That's what the opening of this is here. Now, if I were to calculate it a different way and use the trend-based fib extension, we can grab it here, go to the top, pull it on back. And what that's probably going to align with is a one-to-one relationship of 1750. That's about where we're at. Now, if we go to a 1.618, 2188, a lot bigger move. Now, if we go a little bit crazier to a 2.618 move, that's about 30 bucks. Now, all of those are on the table, guys. To me, this looks ultra bullish. We ended strong. We gapped up and ended strong. Buyers are eating this up. So it's heating up, guys. Get your picks, stick with them, ride it. This is how you make money. You don't want to be trading in and out. You don't want to get concerned about the overall market. You don't want to be worrying about other things. The buyers are rolling in here. The money's coming in. Look at the volume down here. This volume is showing that. Uranium. Now, the mining companies didn't move as much. They didn't move as much. It's okay. We got a little bit of resistance we got to work ourselves through. A little bit of resistance through this area here. You get above it, get a little bit of resistance. It might come back and then do a touch and go. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm just saying we're coming through resistance. Sometimes we get a little bit of selling pressure, but it still looks good. Momentum still to the upside. Bannerman, we've broken out. What do? This is a falling wedge. We've got a nice, good bullish engulfing pattern. What I'm going to draw on here is eventually this is going to work its way higher. Looks good. Looks very good. Looks absolutely tasty good for finding value to maybe do some sprinkling and buying here. But that's me. I can't give advice. Goviax, another one that's popped higher. It gapped up and it traded lower throughout the day. The momentum's coming back down a little bit. Again, though, lots of momentum. We've got the break. Good spot to be looking at, picking up some shares for myself. Global Atomic, it's sitting on top of the world, so to speak. We've got, and hopefully it comes in, there should be a line drawn across here. We've broken out, and we're doing a little bit of a back test. Don't be afraid, guys. Let it chill for a little bit. The cheetah needs to rest before it runs. These guys, it already had a good run here. It needs to rest a little bit. It hit its head, paused, broke out, came back. There's some selling pressure up here. That's why it has a red candlestick. We're just going to rest and move soon on top of that line. It looks good. Forces Metals ending pretty good day, strong day. I like how it ended, very strong. We are at some resistance. I'm gonna kind of draw this back from where we're at. See that? You look across, we had resistance through here, through here, through here. We got to break through this. Once we break through it, we might do a little break, a little retest, and then a move higher. That's not a prediction. That's just saying kind of what I normally see. Normal pattern movements. And same thing with Pure Point Uranium. Yeah, a little bit of a momentum loss today. We were up, came down a little bit. It's got a big bullish engulfing right before it, last trading session. Volume's kicking up a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. Deep yellow, going deep. I redrew this one. This is that barrel pattern that's going quite crazy. This thing could break out of this barrel pattern. Once we close above $1, it's probably going to be, it's probably never going to see these levels again. Paladin Energy still under its resistance line. I like buying it here because it's probably going to break at some point. We got volume stepping in and buying it. We've got a bullish engulfing pattern here and here. So I think it looks excellent for a move higher. We are sitting on top of this big old pattern here. So when this thing breaks, there's not much resistance above. There's some resistance still there, but it's probably going to run, make another move higher. And that's how these work. They impulse move, consolidate, impulse move, consolidate. Sky Harbor looks fantastic for world domination, guys. We still have this stickiness above here. I drew this in. I said anything above this, we get some selling pressure. Anything below it, we have buying pressure. We're right there, getting a little bit of selling pressure. But when we break out of this, guys, when we break out of it, we're going higher. Okay, that was really bad voice, but still, I'd do it again. CVVUF, Canalaska. And let's back out. Okay, this thing, oh my God. Guys, what this this is just ridiculous, guys. I'm gonna oh my goodness. All right, guys. Let me relax. Hold on. I'm trying to find my words. Just hold on. What we did is we came in here, we did this double booty bottom. We're coming to the backside of the double booty. We've got this resistance line coming across. We're breaking this resistance line right now. We are probably going to do a little back test or sitting sideways. We're going to do a resty of the cheetah before this thing explodes into, I don't know, like uranium land. It's going to go to uranium land, and uranium land's going to go this way. So I like it right here. That's me. If you want a Canadian exploration company, Canalaska Uranium does, it looks pretty good here. We got the volume kicking up too. I can't find anything that's wrong with this company, guys. I'm sorry. Like with the chart, at least technical wise. Looking at Next Gen Energy, another one of my favorites. This guy's got a big deposit. It's going to cost some money to put it in place. It's got the barrel pattern. It's been rolling higher. A little bit of momentum loss today. That's what the little red is, but it still looks good. A little bloody nose is what we like to call it. Big up day, little bloody nose. We'll see what tomorrow brings us. It's usually a continuation pattern higher, that little bloody nose. Looking at base load is a favorite amongst a lot of us on the channel. I think this might be considered a double booty bottom. Either way, you could have it come up here, which is a cup and handle, or the double booty. It doesn't matter what it is. All that matters is that the buyers are coming in and they're buying it up, and they're doing that. We've got the downtrend break. We're probably going to head our way up to $1, hit our head on $1, do a little bit of sideways action up here, and then break and move on higher eventually. That's kind of what I'm envisioning here. Fission 3.0, a little bit of selling pressure today, almost a dark cloud cover, which means you open here, you close here, and it covers the opening price of the day before. That's called dark cloud cover. Usually that's a little bit of a pullback mode. We're getting a little bit of selling pressure. Would I sell it here? Oh God, no. Come on. You know me. We've got this long-term downtrend line that is just breaking out. I'm gonna snug it up, guys. Snug this up. We've broken out. We did kind of this retest move. I think it's looking fine. We've got lots of volume over here on the right-hand side. Everything looks okay for a continued move higher. Fission. Looking at the OG Fission. Downtrend line break, and then the barrel pattern that's about to explode to the upside at some point. I'm not saying that it's going to be this second. Looks like we got a little bit of resistance through here. We got to break through that first. Once we get through that, we'll probably move on up to the next resistance area. CCJ, we're getting a little bit of resistance up here, guys. A little bit. There we go. A little bit of resistance. You can see the wick at the top. A little bit of buyers and sellers all through here. We're hitting that little stickiness again. Still looks good though. Kazatom Prom, it's right at the support resistance line, getting a little bit of selling pressure. It is an up day today. It gapped up and then sold off a little bit throughout the day. Peninsula Energy, gapped higher, sold off throughout the day. That's an upper left to lower right move. Momentum is coming back down. Maybe it pulls back a little bit. Boss Energy right at resistance. It's got a lot of resistance through here. It sold off. It's got a lot of support underneath it too. Would have been a good time to buy it if you like it down here. But yeah, it's trying to bust through it. Consolidated Uranium. We are trying to create, where's the closing on this? The resistance is about right there. It's where all these have closed. Closed here, came up, and they all basically closed on this line here that I just drew. We're back below it. We hit our head and we came back below it, but it's going to try to break out of this, guys. And Consolidated Uranium on a long-term perspective, from what I remember, has got the double booty, and we're about halfway up on that cheek. So looks good. We've got Lotus Resources. Lotus Resources is yeah, it's in full launch mode, that's for sure. But that looks good. I mean, not this day here. We had it gapped up and ended a little bit lower. Momentum's coming back a little bit, but I mean, it launched higher. That's a big move. Uranium Royalty Corp, almost a bloody nose. Maybe it's a bloody forehead. It's on the forehead of that candlestick. And yeah, we can make up stuff. This is the barrel pattern. It looks like we're trying to move on higher here, getting a little bit of resistance right where we're at. Encore Energy, I threw the barrel pattern on that one because I like the barrel pattern, bullish engulfing down here. I actually bought it in my health savings account. You know you're rolling big when you're owning small uranium stocks in your health savings account. We're moving on higher here, looking all right. Momentum's coming down a little bit. UU got what I need. Definitely, it's trying to break out. We got a little bit of sellers up there. The volume's definitely kicking up. Wow. But that's looking pretty good. Once we break out of this area, you could see a big move higher. URG, a little bit of selling pressure, a little bit of the red day today, but still looking okay. UEC was way up there. Yeah, this thing is getting up there, guys. I'm going to have to do a little bit of extension here. Let me see if I drew that right. This is also the barrel pattern. It's coming up towards the top. We'll see if we break through here. If we break through here, we got some good room to run ahead of us. A little bit of selling pressure in LEU, a little bit of a dark cloud cover. We could see a little bit of a pullback before moving higher. We do have support right underneath it, right in this general vicinity. LTBR, same thing, a little bit of a down day today, 13.9, but people were buying it back up. It gapped lower and they bought it back up. So I like this one. It's, man, this thing looks, go to all here. It's in no man's land. This is the break on the logarithmic one. Looking at it from here, if you just zoom in, it's starting to get a lot of buying pressure with these large up days and small down candlesticks. I like that type of movement. ISO Energy, the barrel pattern, nice big move here. Looks fantastic, guys. Yeah, a little bit of a bloody forehead. We'll call it a bloody forehead there. We could, we'll see. We're at a little bit of resistance all through here. Appy Energy is one that I would definitely be looking at and definitely be partaking in. This has rare earth metals, very high density, or the concentration's very high, the percentage. And then we've got some uranium tied into it. Big bullish engulfing, a break of the pattern. I like it right here for me. I like it. I like it a lot. Denison Mines, above this support area. Let me back out, guys. This is this long-term resistance line that we're starting to break. There isn't much resistance all the way till about $6. So when we break out of this, we get out of this little sticky area, we could go to $6 quite quick. Looking at the left-hand side, there was no real trading volume. There's a little bit here, but no real trading volume there. It looks fantastic. Let's go back to Blue Sky Uranium. And what I did is I backed out, and we've got this nice resistance line there. What you look for is you look at the lows on the right-hand side. Here, we were getting lower lows. See that? And then we peaked. And now what we're looking for are the lows. They're coming up. They're stepping up. They're stepping up. That means we are going to step up and try to move on higher. That's what that means. So this looks very good. Looks excellent for a move higher. Forum Energy Metals. Big picture view. This thing looked like we lost the battle. It looked like, oh no, we lost the battle. Came all the way back to do a retest. This was actually a terrific buying opportunity if somebody wanted to buy Forum Energy Metals at 13 cents. And now we're heading higher. Now let's look at the daily candlesticks. Getting a little bit of selling pressure today. It gapped higher, came back just a little bit. Still looks pretty good though. Still looks good. Look at Anfield. Anfield getting a little bit of selling pressure. Still looks fine though. This is the one on the OTC. Laramide, little wick at the top, getting a little bit of selling pressure. But we are clear of this long-term trend line going across. It's got the double booty bottom. Broke out, it sits and moves sideways for a little bit, and then we get serious and move to serious moves higher. Western Uranium Vanadium Corp, we're broken out of this downtrend line, and we've been moving higher ever since. Actually looks quite strong. UEX CF, we popped higher, but got a little bit of selling pressure throughout the day. Momentum is coming back down a little bit, and we have a little bit of selling pressure over there. Long-term view, it's got the same pattern as all the rest. Eventually, it should make its way higher. Mega Uranium, it's breaking through this guy. We're heading on higher. Looking at the daily candlesticks, a little bit of an update today. We do have some resistance up here. It'll get through it. Give it time. Standard Uranium, I forgot to be talking about this. It wasn't in my list. Thank you for bringing it up. A nice big pullback. It's coming on higher. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. ALXCF, moving on higher today. It gapped higher and then closed a little bit lower. Momentum's just coming down a teeny bit. And then Azincourt, basically a sideways day in this gigantic pattern of ours. Let's zoom in there. There's the big pattern that we're playing with here. If I can, I'm on the wrong mode, guys. So think of it like that. And then we're squeezing up into this downtrend line, and we got to break this downtrend line. I'm gonna snug it up there. See, we're above it. We're just sitting there, and in all honesty, guys, like this is a good time to be buying. And if you look at these patterns here, you get the big move up, small pullback, big move up, small pullback. The sellers are leaking out. This is gonna have an explosion at some point. And if you're looking for a little Canadian exploration company, maybe do some further research into it. The exploration companies do carry quite a bit more risk, but the pattern looks good. I like it quite a bit. Whenever you get those big buying pressure and the small little sell-off candlesticks like that, it's like, it looks really good to enter. So Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, absolute domination, guys. It was in launch mode. We could see it on the channel. Everyone was talking about it. And overall, the sector looks good. It's coming into some resistance. It's just got to break through all this stuff. So give it some time. If you get a couple of down days, don't worry about it. Like, go back, look at the overall momentum here. Big momentum to the upside. We've got energy crisis like all around us. Oil's going to be ultra expensive. You're going to have natural gas be ultra expensive. Coal's ultra expensive. Everything's around it is expensive. So uranium's going to have its time in the sun. I think that time is really soon for some of these companies, if not already happening for a lot of the companies. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Check out my website that I'm releasing. It's www.finding-value.com. There are 2 memberships there, silver and platinum. Platinum gets you everything. Silver gets you all the education type stuff of ratios, market conditions. I do go into more stuff like cost curves, mining, the Lassonde curve. I go into all this stuff. I have so much stuff that I have to still upload, but I do have a good amount of content. I'm starting to dump even more content on it, and there's a ton of value. And I honestly wish that I knew myself when I was 23 years old. I really wish I knew myself when I was could go back and talk to myself at 23 and say, you need to sign up for this channel and sign up for the website to gain this knowledge. And it will get you very close to, as close as you can get to a professional investor. That's my opinion. I am not technically a professional investor, but I think with the information that you have, you are one deadly investor with this information. Thank you, guys. This is Finding Value.